In studio here, American Martial Arts, the Institute. I think we've grown up with you, many of us, right?
Yeah, and as I said over a year ago, I'm still alive and kicking because I still do those spots on, it's still aliveandkicking.org for seniors and activities. I'm still involved in that and
still holding classes.
Still teach classes every week. We have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, and I'm up there teaching and loving it. The martial arts is my life. It always will be, and it's just been good to me, and it's been good to my health and my mind, my mindset.
Occasional pumpkin spice donut here and there?
Oh, geez. Apple cinnamon cider donuts. I can't have any of those right now.
Yes, because you're competing.
I know, and it's killing me. It's
still alive and kicking, but still competing, I think, is now the topic. This
is something I thought, okay, I want to suggest to some of the seniors, you need to work out more. You need to at least figure out how to work out.
You're an inspiration to all of us, regardless of young, old, but I think, maybe to that specific age group.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's
76.
That's my group, 76. That's my group now. But what I'm doing now is I've gotten one or two opportunities to be interviewed and talk. I'm trying to encourage some of the 30 and 40-year-olds because that's when they need to start. They shouldn't be doing this when they're 76. They should start earlier and give themselves a chance.
I think that's so. Not to cut you off. And I find myself in this scenario or situation. Very active as a young man, played all kinds of sports, wanted to do everything. I was involved in any and everything. And now life, family, work, start to slow down. A lot of that goes away, and now I find myself wanting to get back into it.
Yeah, and it's hard to get back.
It's hard.
Into it. You have to really plan it. Mm-hmm. You planned your life. You planned your family. You planned your business, how much time you were going to put into it. It got a big piece of the pie. Each of these things got a big piece of the pie. As these things become a little bit smaller, you will lose that time if you don't reinvest that time. That piece of pie just falls away. So you want to reinvest that time. You want to say, okay, the kids have gone off to college, or my son, my daughter, they're in high school. They don't want me around as much as they used to. What do I do with that time? Mm-hmm. Well, you don't sit and watch TV. Okay, don't just do nothing. Okay, I'm going to take a walk. No, you can do more than take a walk.
Right.
And one of the beauties that exists now is I've worked out my whole life. I've trained my whole life. I have found, though, that the world of how we design our body has totally changed. There was an article that came out last May. A 50-year study proved now that men, women in their 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s can gain muscle. When we were all in our 20s, we were told when you hit 40, it's over.
What changed? What's different?
We were wrong. The early studies were just guesses. When I was a child, they told me to put butter on my motorcycle burn. We know you don't put butter on a motorcycle muffler burn anymore. But we've learned things, and one of the things we've learned is the body will develop muscle. It will reshape the body, and that's what I thought I would get into and see if it really is the case. How am I going to tell people you can build muscle? You can go online and actually find out how to use that machine correctly. Mm-hmm. And there were machines I've been using for years, and free weights I've been using for years. And I've gone online, and these help little videos have given me some pointers that have changed things.
Cliff, I'll just throw a couple things at you. I'll give you a blast from the past. Remember Jack LaLanne?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Jack LaLanne said...
This picture in the back of the comic books was great.
He said once, the only way you can abuse your muscles is by not using them.
That's right.
That's his theory. But I want to mention this to you, and I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but this is the gist of it. During the natural aging process, you lose, 10% of your muscle mass a year or something, whatever it is. There's some percentage you lose just by the natural aging process. And your bone density also decreases as you age.
Yes.
However, the only way you can prevent that from happening is with resistance workouts, with resistance training. And that's why I'm amused when I see people get on a bicycle and they ride the bicycle for 45 minutes. I say, okay, now I did my workout.
Yeah.
Well, that's not helping you build muscle, and that
No.
it's cardiovascular, but it doesn't help you build muscle, and it doesn't help your bones, the density of your bones from strength. That's why when older people fall, they break their hips, because their bones have become so
brittle.
I
don't do
that.
concrete or wood breaks anymore because I know my bone density has changed.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yes. But what you just said, I want to add to that. The workouts you do, you also have to feed those muscles. My muscles have grown. I've almost doubled the size of my muscle and my line of strength. But I'm feeding it protein. I'm eating different foods. I'm eating the correct foods. Now,
identify the foods that you say are the correct protein.
That's right.
sources.
Well, that's the whole point now. See, you and me, in our age, we wanted to know what the foods were. And I have had to learn that it's not what the foods are. It's what's in the foods. You have to weigh them. You have to know what has protein, what has carbs, what has salt. You have to know that now. So it's a totally different world on how we build our body and shape our body.
Give us the good food.
Actually, but
tell us the good proteins.
Well, I think what you're saying, it's more about the balance and the
That's right.
The amount.
I was told, you can have your dark chocolate, you can have your candy and your pistachios, but eat them with your meal. Eat them as a dessert to your meal. Don't snack. My coach, and now there used to be trainers. You can hire a trainer now, but now what you do is you hire a coach. I have a posing coach for all the mandatory poses in the bodybuilding competition I'm in, and I have a training coach. My posing coach is Brian Dennis, and my training coach is Kevin Conley, and he's told me, you got to stop snacking. I said, well, I only have, some pistachios. He goes, no, every time you eat and food goes into your stomach says, we're about to have a meal, and it prepares for a meal. Now you're hungry, but you didn't eat anything. All you had was a snack. So you're hungry 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. Hardest thing I had to do is cut out the doggone snacks because I would like to have a snack. And because I have time, I'm retired, basically, although I do the same thing I did for years. I have time to have the snack. And that's no good. That's no good. So it's been different. Understanding what to feed my muscles so they will grow at 76 years old.
But I think what you're saying here, the message and the approach is that it can happen. It just, you have to change your way about going about.
I still don't get an answer to my question. What foods? Tell us the foods.
Oh,
the good
what
sources.
foods?
Yes, be specific.
Right now, because of the protein, I'll give you the ones that are really feeding me the protein. And it's a tough diet, and you're going to figure this is something you just don't want to do. It's lobster, snow crab, fillets. Oh yeah, this is it. This is what I've been eating for 3 weeks.
Really?
He's smiling. That's it, man. Yeah. There's your protein. Don't put any potatoes next to it. Don't have French fries.
What about the cheap stuff like chicken breast and beans?
The beans are good.
Yeah.
Chicken breasts are good. It's the sauces that are going to kill you.
No sauces, just plain.
Yeah,
plain
you're good.
Breast.
That's good for you. You're
doing
the right thing.
Stuff.
Next thing you know, you'll be competing with me next year.
Now,
you and I will be up there.
I love it. Please take them, would you?
If you take Cliff, if you take like chicken and and then compare that to lobster or crab for the protein that you get, is one better than the other in terms of?
Yeah,
I know the cost is an issue too, but
you have to look it up. You have to weigh it out to figure out. I've really just looked at it and said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to eat the stuff I really like, and put the cost aside and make it happen. I've been looking for the specials on snow crab legs. I'm actually getting tired of snow crab.
Well, hand me over. I'll eat them with you.
Yeah, because I got some.
No, Cliff. When I'm 45, and now I look at you. Your arms are you look like, and you're flexing your muscles right now. You look like you're a college kid.
Yeah, there you go. Look at,
and he's still holding it.
Really.
You're making Mark blush.
The transition from a year, and really,
Wait,
Cliff,
hold on.
that's when you notice things. I'm going to let you go, though, right? But that's when you notice things, when you haven't seen somebody for some time, and I haven't seen you in a year.
So I would love to look like you, and I don't have much weight or anything like that. My arms are a lot thinner than I would like. So I'm in my mid-40s, and I've always wondered to myself if I really had some level of commitment, not like a bodybuilding regimen, but I just wanted to build my arms up. Could I potentially ever get my arms stocky enough to look like that?
Yes, you can.
And does it involve, to what extent does it involve, like you were describing, just foods you could eat, but how much would be supplements and all this other nonsense that you have to do?
I have a protein mix in the morning with some egg white powder. That starts my day. I don't do anything else, and this is all natural competition, so there's nothing else involved. I have to take a polygraph on Friday. Yes, it's a requirement. The OCB requires
But
it.
you have to do resistance training, not just what you eat or what you don't eat. You also have to do your resistance. You do that every day, right?
I'm going to share. I love the resistance training because we're using resistance training at the competition in the morning instead of bringing in your weights. But I have also learned something I didn't really grasp before, and it goes right along with what you said. The cardio isn't it. You want to lose weight, you want to tone up, you really do have to lift weights. You have to move something. And I was doing, prior to my coaches structuring me, I'm at the fitness mill. That's where I train, and I love it. And the guys are very supportive there. It's under new management. They're super guys. And one of them's into all natural himself, one of the owners. And I was doing Tuesdays and Thursdays an hour of elliptical, and then all the machines, and then free weights. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a half hour. And when they put me into this program, they said, cut out the cardio. You don't need the cardio. You're going to burn weight in the lifting. I said, you're kidding. And he says, no, you're going to burn weight. You're going to do it in lifting and build the muscle you want. So if you have the initiative, if you want to, getting a coach will give you a program that will be designed to your age, your weight, your size, and your gender. And you can use that program year after year if you want to and alternate it slightly. But that program is going to identify what you need to do. Yeah. And it's going to use resistance training and free weight structure as well as all those machines.
And Coach will also help you out with something that you mentioned earlier, using the machines properly.
Using the machines properly. Yeah. I suggest to the seniors and to a lot of 40-year-olds who think they know what they're doing, go online, look up the name of the machine, and look at some of the help videos that are there. They really are informative. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, don't worry about looking like the person that's there. Because in my competition, by the way, there's bodybuilders, which are mass. There's classic physique. We have to do the same thing as the bodybuilders, but we're supposed to be in symmetry. We're supposed to be in balance, left and right side. Everything's supposed to flow evenly. And then there's the health division. You don't have to have big mass to be in great shape. And there's no doubt, I firmly believe now, at any age, you can change your body shape. Really believe that.
Do you agree that free weights are better than rubber bands? Because of the free weights, you get resistance in both directions. The rubber bands, you only get it with one.
I think so. I use rubber bands. They recommend use them just before you go on competition out on stage. I'm in 2 divisions. I'll use rubber bands here instead of carrying the free weights. But the free weights are great. But the cables, where you get the resistance out, if you do what they call a tempo exercise, when you let it go back down, count 1001, 1002, 1003, and let it go down slow. And lean your body away from the machine enough that the weight never hits the other weights, that you still maintain, as you just said, that tension. That tension is always there, always working. So that's what you're looking for. And you can find that on free weights, bands, but you have to structure it. You have to learn what you're doing. You can't just assume that the 5 pictures, on the box tell you what you need to do. So, yeah.
Well, certainly an inspirational story, and I'm glad that we were able to get you back in, and hopefully, those out there, again, including myself, you're gonna help me in my battle, my quest here to carve out that piece of pie in my time schedule to get back into it. So
this Saturday. This is my last week. This is my peak week. I'm dying right now. You have no idea.
You'll be competing this week.
This coming Saturday in Syracuse at the place, they call it the On Center Carrier Theater, and I will be there Saturday. I do the polygraph. I get painted. All the hair is already off my body. I get painted, professionally colored, so that I look like I've been in the Bahamas.
Look at that.
Why do they do that?
It shows the striations of the muscles, the lines of the muscles better. So if you have some tan lines here, you can see where the muscles separate the joints.
A highlight.
So you can see them.
Can we come and watch you compete?
Oh, please. Love to have you come and watch. Cheer me on, please. I need all the help I can get. I'm the oldest person there from what I'm at. They haven't had somebody 76 in a long, long time. Last one, I don't know. They might have stiffened up on stage, been carried away. That could be me.
Well, you look great. I wouldn't worry about that.
Is this your first time doing this competition?
I did one in 1993 before all of the changes, all of the new organizations.
30 years ago.
30 years ago, I did one to see what it was like. And I was training to get myself in shape. And then I thought I'd walk this road and I would finish this journey and actually go on stage and compete. By the way, gentlemen, which is a challenge emotionally and mentally, to put yourself out there to be critiqued by other people. And that's a strain on the brain. So, but I said, no, I'm going to do the whole thing so I can share it with people, because there's parts of it that are good for everybody. Yeah. You never have to compete. You can get stuff out of it. But I'm going to go the distance. I was told that, I'm going to throw one more thing in, a little light humor. I was told that because my body over the last few months has slowly been shaped down away from certain foods, that if I have them too quickly afterwards, they won't stay down. I have a strong mental focus, as you know, and I will have pizza immediately after my competition.
I was going to say, you have the donuts in the car.
And all those cider donuts.
Are waiting at home.
You have all those cider donuts frozen, right?
I've got them frozen, and they warm up really good.
Hey, so I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't put yourself you're worried about the emotional aspect. You're great. You're doing great. You look great. You sound great. So really, an inspirational conversation for all of us.
And are you in better shape now than you were when you were 43?
Yes, Rocco.
I am right now more muscular than I was when I competed in my 40s. I'm more muscular right now. And I got pictures, and I was lean and I was muscular. Nothing like I've got right now.
Wow.
And I can't wait. I've ordered them. Amazon.com, I'm concerned about the one factor. I ordered my abs, and only the top 2 abs came. I don't know why they shipped them separately. The bottom 2 haven't shown up yet. And I'm waiting. I hope they get here by Friday.
Well, did they paint those?
They're going to need to.
If they don't, stencil and they put some
little stencil painting. Then
so you have a 4-pack, not a 6-pack.
I have a 4-pack right now.
Still more than all of us, the 3 of us in the room put together. So there you go.
Thanks for having me here. Really.
Cliff, folks want to find out more about you and what you're doing, not only with the competition, but what you continue to do in the martial arts world as well. What's the best way to do that? Is there a good way to follow you?
Go to Amazon, AMAI.AmericanEagleStyle.com. All right, AMAI -AmericanEagleStyle.com. And you can go to stillaliveandkicking.org, because a lot of this is going to be there. And as you know, if you follow my column in the Utica Rome Sentinel, I do a column once a month for seniors there. Matter of fact, seniors, look for it this month. It's on game night. Get back to board games, interact with people, see their faces, have a good time.
I like it.
So you can find me in all those areas.
The way you're looking, we're going to see you in the next next Expendables movie. They're going to be with Stallone and the rest of them. Yeah, you look awesome.
By the way, my
love it,
pose,
Cliff.
my personal favorite classic pose is Arnold Schwarzenegger's one of his in his competition.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll be back.
Well, if Rocco didn't get a picture of you already, maybe you could do that.
He
He flexed. He flexed. It's on the internet.
Hey, geez,
I love it. Well, Cliff,
I had my eyebrows go up, my eyebrows go down.
great job. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to see how you transform Mark over the next year, and that'll be
I'll
interesting.
bring you some pictures.
All right, good.
After the competition.
Yes,
so
please.
See what because there's a professional taking pictures of me up on stage.
Maybe you
Yes.
should change your name to Flex Crandall.
Flex
Remember
Crandall.
Flex Wheeler?
Yes,
Flex
yes,
Crandall.
yes.
You change
It
that.
could be your
All right,
That could be your
Flex.
moniker.
All right.
That could be
We'll
your
see.
moniker.
Good
for
luck
the
to you.
competition.
Thank you.
Cliff Crandall Jr. in studio with us. Yeah, wishing the best here, competing this weekend.